We like to buy our groceries and household items from companies that align with our family's values. So this week we decided to try an Amish grocery store that was local to us. We found a lot of interesting and surprising items at the Amish grocery store, so let me show you what we found. One of the items we were very excited and surprised to find were gallon glass jars. These are pretty much the same jars that we get from Azure Standard, but at Azure Standard you can get a 4-pack at a time and the lids come separately. At the Amish grocery store, you get it in a whole set and you can get just a singular one. We like to use these to store beans, rice, oats, all kinds of dried bulk goods work perfectly in these. The next item we got was some non-GMO grapeseed oil. I like to use this with making homemade salves, like with plantain, calendula, any type of skin things. Grapeseed oil is very good for. I was excited to find this. They had a really large supplement essential oil type of Remedies at the Amish grocery store that was awesome and wonderful to see there. They also had singular screw-on wide mouth and regular mouth lids. They had metal ones. I needed some plastic regular mouth ones. Wide mouth, I did end up getting the metal ones. I like to use these for any types of ferments, refrigerator, pickles, my sourdough to keep in the fridge when I'm not currently using it. I also like to store a lot of dehydrated herbs, peppers, anything I dehydrate pretty much in glass jars, so these lids are great so I don't have to use canning lids for them. They also had some little cookie cutters. We got a candy cane one for Christmas. We figured the girls will like that. And then simple little round one, not just for cookies though. I don't have any kind of biscuit cutter, something for cutting buns, so I figured a round one would be really good and helpful to have. They had a very large tea section also. Not labeled as organic or anything, but they smell really good, they look really good. We got a few different ones to try here. I wanted some nettle, and then we found a herbal cold relief tea. We do a lot of echinacea, elderberry teas in the fall and winter time just to keep our immune systems built up, so when we saw this one, we knew we had to try it. We also got a cream caramel and a blackberry tea. They're both black teas. They can be made hot or iced. Also picked up some extra tea strainers to use. Got a real big one. Ben said he wants to try making some cold brewed teas. I'm weird and I only like hot tea. Do you like hot tea too? Leave a comment down below if you only prefer hot over cold. I was very excited when I found these. I have been looking for smaller type noodles because we have a 1-year-old who is just getting used to eating normal human food and not baby food anymore. So I found some little alphabet letters and tiny elbow spaghetti. I get a little paranoid about giving her larger spaghetti noodle sizes, so finding some smaller ones was very exciting because it's less work that I have to do with cutting things up for her. Also, with going to an Amish grocery store, I feel like you can't not get the egg noodles. I prefer the fatter, thicker ones actually. Ben said he liked the skinnier, thinner ones, so I got these. I love any egg noodles though, so chicken noodle soup, beef and noodles, I'll eat them however. We also got some medium salsa to try. I used to hate spicy food, things that I used to think bell peppers were spicy, which they aren't at all. Ben has finally got me switched. I'm now liking more medium, hot, actually hot flavors, so it's rare if we get anything less than a medium salsa. If we find a medium or hot, we pretty much always have to pick it up and try it out wherever we go. We also picked up some sweet Carolina barbecue sauce. In one of our other haul videos, I had another Carolina barbecue sauce that is slowly becoming my favorite kind of barbecue sauce, so seeing a new one to try out, we had to pick it up. One of the big things with a lot of Amish grocery stores is all of their different spices they have. It's overwhelming and amazing at the same time, and I contained myself the best that I could. But I did pick up a couple things. With fall and winter coming up, we had to get some cinnamon sticks. I also picked up some whole bay leaves for making broths and all the things, and then also some citric acid. Both of these items I had in my Azure Standard cart that I was going to get this month, but I didn't need the big amount that Azure Standard had, and so when I saw these smaller amounts, which is still plenty more than what I'm going to need them for, and the lower price, I knew I had to pick them up. I also picked up some dried portobello mushrooms and dried shiitake sliced mushrooms. Mushrooms are one of my favorite foods, and Ben is not a big fan of them, so it's hard to buy a lot in bulk and use them up enough. So also when I saw the 2 different types of dried mushrooms, I knew that I had to pick these up to use. I also picked up some cut and sifted oregano, because you can never have too much oregano. As you can see, I have a very big love for smoked paprika after discovering it. I picked up the smaller size bin at a different Amish store when we did our meat haul back in April, and I am amazed at how fast I've gone through it, so this time I knew I had to stock up. Not the healthiest of items, but you always need some chocolate chips on hand to make cookies or any type of chocolate treat. Azure didn't have them last month, they weren't in stock. We haven't had them in the house. We like some yummy baked goods, sweet treats every once in a while, so we had to pick up some chocolate chips. Another item that I was so excited to find at the Amish grocery store was 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐻. I have not been able to find this for a reasonable price anywhere, and you can use it as a all-natural sugar replacement in recipes. So it's something I've been wanting to get my hands on and try out and see how it works for our family, and now I can. And then Ben picked up some dried papaya chunks. I'm not the biggest fan of papaya, but a good sweet treat for him to have. They also have an amazing price, under $2 a pound, for local Honeycrisp apples. I love Honeycrisp apples so much. They're my absolute favorite. I'm a big apple fan in general. I can't say enough, if you don't have a favorite kind of apple, try Honeycrisp. You'll fall in love with them. We also picked up a big 10-pound bag of local onions. Our onions in our garden are doing okay, but they are nowhere near this size, and we go through a lot of onions, so we knew it was good to pick some up that were local to have on hand. They also have local non-GMO eggs right down in the area that we went to, so we had to pick up some more eggs as we go through a lot with our family of 4. Not locally grown, but we needed some more bananas. We don't buy a whole lot of chicken, but this was a really economical way for us to get some chicken breasts just to have on hand. They're all frozen in one big bag, as you can see. I'm going to thaw them out and freeze them separately for us to use as we need in different recipes. And then one of Ben's favorite sausages is kielbasa, if I'm saying that correctly. So when we saw some of that, we knew we had to pick that up too. We also picked up some apple butter and bacon ketchup as a gift for my mom and dad. We went there for dinner tonight and we got to try the bacon ketchup, and it was amazing. So we'll insert some pictures of them here. And the grand total that we spent for all of our items at the Amish grocery store was $250.03. If you're not happy with some of the values at the big box grocery stores, then I challenge you to go find some local businesses that do align with them. We've been inspired by Scott and Kelli, who have a lot of videos about localism and shopping in your community. We'll leave the links down below in the description to some of their videos. In the meantime, check out some of our haul videos. Thanks for watching, and remember to live free and find your purpose.